2024 was a really good year for me cubing wise. Like there's just a whole bunch of things that happened I didn't really expect. Like I got a 5.55 PB single. Less impressively, but still crazy for me, is a 6.84 single. Couple of sevens and eights. Before that, my PB single was an 8. So definitely a long way ahead, and I have no expectations of beating my 5.55 anytime soon. And I've also got two 10-second averages. And even now, for me, a 10-second single is pretty good. I get it maybe a few times a day if I do like 100 solves. And I have two official 10-second singles and one sub 10, 9.21, my last competition. And for one-handed, I have two 15-second singles, a couple of 17s, 18s, another sub 20s, and a 21-second average of 5. And then in competition, officially sub 30, my PR average is 28.42, and my PR single is 24. And been to 9 competitions in 2024. Before that, I'd only ever been to one, despite cubing for over a decade. And my PR single for 3x3 now puts me at round number 300 in the UK out of about 5,600 people. I've met Timon Koleshinsky and Felix Zemdegs, two legends of cubing, and talked a little to Felix even, at the same competition, the Cubes UK Open. And since then, I've seen Timon in like 2 other competitions in Stevenage. I've managed to solve a cube blindfolded at home twice successfully, but not in competition so far. And I attempted FMC once in competition, never even at home, and found a 49 move solution, which was shorter than other solutions that I saw, just using efficient CFOP. But sadly, it was a DNF because I transcribed a move incorrectly from my notes, which is, frustrating. I've managed to meet 4x4 cutoff, finally, after many competitions trying and getting parity and missing out. And then I got it multiple solves in a row and ended up with a 110 average. And I learnt to solve an FTO, which reminded me what it was like to learn to solve a cube all over again, because most of these puzzles, once you know how to solve a cube, they're pretty transferable, but the FTO felt different. It does feel like a 4x4, like Yao, once you become familiar with it, but it feels alien at first. And yeah, overall, it was a wild year for cubing for me. And over those competitions, I bought a whole bunch of new cubes, new puzzles, and I think I have a good set of mains to do even better in 2025. So I'm going to go through them, each main and my goal with it for 2025, starting with 3x3. So for 3x3, I have the GAN 15. And I got my 9.21 PR single with it, so yeah, it definitely gets the job done. But I still don't feel like I've gotten the hang of it. Like, when I first bought it, it was really, really loose, and so I tightened it up. I did the Matty settings, I applied the Angstrom lubes, and I'm still getting lockups in last layer more than I was getting with the GAN 13, which is what I had before. But that could just be a me issue. Once I figure out how to use it, I think I can definitely progress a lot further. I think I can probably be globally sub 10 by the end of the year, that's what I'm hoping, and have an official sub 12 average. So yeah, that's my main goal for 3x3, and my other goal is to learn full CMLL. So I'm a CFOP solver, and I'll probably stay that way. I'm currently averaging about 13 seconds, and with Rue I average low 20s, but I'm doing two look CMLL. So I think learning full CMLL is fun. It'll help me get to sub 20, and it'll be a good change of pace if I ever get bored of CFOP. But I doubt that I'll fully switch to it. And for one-handed, I have a Dian Guhong Pro M 54mm, and this is because of its smaller size, it's just way less painful to practice extensively on compared to what I was doing before, so I can improve more. And it's what I got my PR single and average with, and my PBs. So yeah, definitely. I think it's a really good cube. I use it as my warm-up cube when I'm doing 3x3 in competitions. And hopefully I can get to be globally sub 20 and maybe get a sub 25 average in comp and a sub 20 single. I currently average about 25 seconds, so yeah, I guess we'll see. And for 2x2, I have the GAN 251. And yeah, this is really nice, even though I haven't really set it up. And I'm not really good at turning 2x2 well. But I think with some practice, I can get to sub 5 average or sub 4 average with Ortega. Although maybe for sub 4, I'll need to learn CLL. That's another thing that I want to do this year. And for Pyraminx, I have this Moyu Weilong, and I bought it at my first competition. It's definitely a step up over my previous Pyraminx, but pretty much every puzzle that wasn't 3x3, I bought the cheapest one on the market to learn to solve it, and then I upgraded it at each competition. And my PR average is like a low 11, so I think I can probably get to sub 10 average without too much work. And yeah, that's all I'm really interested in. And for my other events, I'm not too interested in getting super good at them. I just want to be a bit more competitive, not be wiped out after round one and meet cutoff. So starting with Megaminx, this is the Dian Guhong. This is the Dian Pro M, the large version. And this, in my opinion, is just the best Megaminx on the market. Not even just for its price. Like, I think it's better than the GAN. And yeah, I really like turning on this. And my goal is to be sub 1 minute 30, which I'm quite away from. But I think with practice I can get there. I do like the Megaminx, even though I'm slow at it, because it feels like more F2L, and F2L is my favorite part of 3x3. For 4x4, I have the VinCube, and immediately after buying this, I broke my PB single during the comp, so it's definitely a good cube, and my goal with this is to be globally sub 1. I think I can get there just by working on edge pairing, which is really the slowest part for me in 4x4, even with Yao. For 5x5, I have the MGC, which is good enough. The GAN feels better, but I can't really justify buying a more expensive cube because I don't practice enough of the cube to be the issue. I definitely haven't reached the limits of this yet. My goal with 5x5 is to be sub 2 minutes. Now we move on to 6x6 and 7x7. So for 6x6, I have the Moyu Meilong, and for 7x7, I have the Moyu Alfu. And I actually prefer turning this 7x7 than the 6x6. But for both of these, I hardly ever practice. I don't really have the patience. And yeah, my goal is to beat the cutoff, whatever that is. I can't really remember for each puzzle. And I'm hoping that by working my way up from 4x4 onwards, the skills will be transferable, centers and edge pairing. And I just need to do more of the thing that I learnt to be fast at, so that I can automatically be better at those without practicing them too much. And then I can practice them more because it will just take less time because I'm better at edge pairing. And yeah, those are all of the official puzzles that I compete with. The only other things that I compete in are FMC and blindfolded, with 3x3s obviously. Well, with a different 3x3 because I can't have logos, although that's changing. And my goal with those is just to do them successfully, blindfold and FMC. And for FMC, maybe get below 45 moves with efficiency fob, which I think is doable. Then the only other puzzle worth mentioning is this FTO, the Diane FTO, which again feels really nice. It's an unofficial event, but I still want to be below 1 minute 30 for this at some point. I'm just using beginner's methods. I'd probably have to learn more. But yeah, on the whole, 2024 was really cool cubing year, and I hope that 2025 is half as well, is as eventful as 2024 was.